Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, TRIFIVE Guy, and we're going to be working on the 57 Chevy again. What we're going to do today is we're going to remove the engine and transmission. So we're going to pull off the engine and transmission, but before that, this frame has got parts we're going to reuse. Obviously the A-arms are going to be reused. You know, all the lines, all the brake lines are going to be reused. This, we don't know if we're going to reuse that one, cross member, but we're going to pull it off anyway, obviously. All the brake lines, as we said. This shock mount, which is, I don't know, it's definitely mounted wrong. It's almost overextending. I know there's no weight on the body, but it's almost like it's overextending these shocks, right? Look at them. You know what I mean? I know the body comes down a couple of more inches, but we're going to pull them off. So we're going to start at the back. We're going to work forward and remove the everything that we're going to reuse. So start at the shock mount and just move all the way forward there. Let's get to it. So we've taken off the brake lines that went through the brake line holder, and we've taken off the this bar. I absolutely had no issue cutting through those amazing welds. I cut it just in between them, and it just fell off. Basically tapped it twice. There it is there. The upper mount, the cross member. What we did was we used this hole here for a mark. It measured across 4.5 inches. It's pretty much the same on this side, so we're going to use that sort of as a reference. But we're going to lower that down. We measured how much we had for shock height, and there's plenty enough to go down. We can sit that sucker down at least another inch and a quarter from where it was. Next thing we're going to do is strip the rest of these brake lines and fuel lines off, which Steve has almost done. We're taping the Honda Mini trail bike pump off it. It's not really, but it's that small. It can be. Steve needs his cup.
That's why I didn't want to run. This has got this like scant gas.
They have fuel injection lines on that too.
Do what?
Did they have fuel injection, at least fuel injection hose or line?
No, it's just freaking gas fuel hose.
Yeah, it was not even fuel injection. And standard clamped. I'm amazed that never blew off. But then again, that pump wouldn't have delivered that much.
Heck no.
I tell you what, it'll probably run better with the right pump.
Yep.
So next we're going to take off all these lines, and then we'll be back. All right, guys. Drive shaft is out. Engine mount bolts are out. What else did we do? Drive shaft. Yeah, we're just about to get the the engine out. We're going to pull that motor out. I'm just going to get the transmission jack, the floor transmission jack here. I'm going to put it under the pan. We're going to lift it up, remove this hideous rear cross member or transmission cross member, and let some oil drain. We'll be back when we're ready to pull the engine. Alright guys, time for the engine to come out. Transmission separated from the engine. I'm going to get a little hammer and slightly tap on those bolts there when we get a bit of pressure off it. Alright, back. Out of the way. Beautiful. All the lines, brake lines are all off. Transmission is pushed back. Next thing to do is we're going to take off all this front suspension. Front suspension is going to come off, and front suspension, transmission out of the way, and we can roll this thing out of here, Steve, correct? And roll in the new frame. But we have to get the suspension off first, so we'll be back. Taking suspension components off now. Front drag link assembly is off. This has got that poor man's power steering on it. No. We're using this spring compressor here. Compress that spring. We're going to take it off from up here. 2 bolts up here. 2 bolts down there on the lower control arm. Get them off. And then worry about putting it all back on the right way when we get to it. So basically we're cheating. So we'll be back. Alright, so all the front suspension's off now. Both sides. Next thing we're going to do is take off these bolt-on engine mounts that they're welded on. So I'm just going to have to grind it first, or cut it. Cut it down there, cut across there and down there, and take these off because we're going to reuse them. The holes are in the other frame already. Well, these two I know are, those two. I think you put those two on and drill them out or something like that. But anyway, I'll do that next. Take these two out and yeah, be back. Engine mount off, engine mounts, and we just obviously, because they're welded on, we cut them off. We're not doing nothing with this frame anymore, it's toast. But just look at the rust in there. rust hole in there, and all this. Yeah, could we have fixed it? Sure, but you would have to get into it, right? So you'd have to cut a section out like we did there, repair it. And I'm sure people have done it. Then you have to do the inside of it as well. That's just to fix the front. And why would you do that? By the time you do that, you'd put a whole clip on the front of it. Something with decent suspension and track width. These are TRIFIVEs, have a 60-inch hub to hub, you know, from the wheel mounting surface to the wheel mounting surface. They're not very good for putting wheels under if you want to lower it. They've got to be at least 1.5 inches a side narrower track. 58.5 is the golden number for a TRIFIVE, I reckon. You can get it nice and low and the wheels will turn. So next thing we're going to do is get this out, get it outside, roll the other frame in and start putting it all together. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Please like, subscribe, appreciate it. Don't forget the notification bell so you know when I've uploaded a video. That's it, that's a good day's work. See you on the next one.